Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today I'm going to be decorating my journal for the week of November 3rd, and I'm going to be using this fun book from the Barnes& and Noble Bargain Bin. It's called, well, you can read the title, Vintage Blossoms and Blooms, and it's a sticker and color and activity book. So it has things like recipes, it has crocheting, it has all sorts of things all around flowers. Now, what caught my attention here was that there are some collage papers in the back, and I've actually cut out one of them because they're not scored, but I really, really like this paper. On one side, it has a drawing of a flower because these are meant to be used, and you can see this one also has the white drawing. They're meant to be used for a collage activity, but I want to use for a flower activity, but I'm going to use the back of that paper. And then I found some flowers here that I thought would be a nice coordination that would coordinate nicely. I think either one of these, but I'm more sort of drawn to these flowers on this side. So I'm going to break the spine a little bit. My librarian heart is breaking a little bit doing this, but I want to make sure that this stays open for me to use it. All right. I realize I also need to use some dating materials, but I'll grab those at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. I need some glue to be able to get this paper to stay on my planner. And so I just grabbed some of the Elmer's purple glue. Um, and we'll see how this goes. So one of the things that I want to do more of this coming year is to use, I'm going to be using, I'm not tearing this correctly. I do realize that. I wanted to get that sort of raw white edge, but I'm not doing it. So at this point, I don't care. I'm just going to keep going. Anyway, so I'm going to be using a journal, decorating a real journal, meaning completely unstructured, dot grid. And I want to have that to do some real journaling this coming year. I have a lot that I want to get done, a lot on my mind. I'm also turning a big number, a big age. So I kind of want it to, you know, um, be more introspective this coming year. I bought a book also in the bargain bin with I don't think I'm going to be able to tear this the way I want to tear it. Oh, it's happening very, very slowly. Um, but 3,000 prompts. So I thought, oh, this is great, sort of lists and things like that. So there might be lists, there might be prompts, there might be just, open ended journaling. I just haven't decided yet what I want to do, but I do want to be more introspective this coming year as I turn that next big number. I'll tell you what it is at some point. Not right now. But anyway, so that's what I want to do. Not much of that raw edge, but a tiny bit of that raw edge. So that will do. All right, so let's get that glued onto the page. I am mindful of not taking up too much space with decoration because this is my only journal right now. It's more like a diary, to be quite honest with you. So I think what I might do next year is I'd still decorate it, but rather than doing the longer form or like, writing out the entries, there goes the glue stick. What I might end up doing is I might use bullet points and just make a bullet point list of the things that happened that day or what I did that day. Um, and my diaries can be very, very boring. I mean, I am working 5 days a week and pretty much pretty boring. I'm a little bit older, and I commute by bus. So I don't get home usually until about 6:30 at night after work. And so I'm not doing a lot of stuff during the week. I'll be 100% honest. I am basically just going to work and coming home. And so that's funny. The piece that I'm cutting from, clearly I'm not doing this right. The piece that I'm cutting from, and see, and the other side is happening perfectly, exactly what I want. Is not doing what I wanted to do, but this one I'm going to use over here. And notice I did cut through when I was decorating the monthly, but it is what it is. So as I was saying, I think this is going to be more of a bullets of what I did that day, and then I will have my real journal to write longer form things. So I'll give you an example. This week I got some medical results, positive medical results, and do you think I remembered to actually leave room to put them in? No, I didn't. So it's gonna go actually on my monthly for the month of October. Just a quick note to indicate that. And because I was just writing out, oh, this is what happened today, these meetings I had, people I saw, people I talked to, things I did, completely forgot about that because it was a quick phone call, start of the day, and it pretty much disappeared from my consciousness immediately after. All right, I'm kind of liking that. I think I'm gonna do one more on each corner, maybe a smaller one. So, and since I already have this piece, I'm wondering if I could, if I can cut it straight and use it here. Actually, I want to do it like that. That's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I want to cut it. I'm going to try to cut a straight line. Let's see, like that. And then it's not taking advantage of what's happened already. So, which is what I wanted to do. But okay, that's okay. I'm trying to use the whole page or as much of the page as possible. Okay. And so these are much smaller because I just want to make sure that, I still have enough room to write each day. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'll put that one there. Um, so yeah, so stay tuned. Some journaling spreads. I actually have a journal already that I use, but I've decided I think I might start a new journal to make it really truly a journal and then keep the one that I have already created to what it's been used for, which is a travel journal. So when I travel, I don't bring this, my Franken planner, because it weighs a ton and it's too big. And so instead, what I do is I bring an A5 journal and I compress it so I can fit on 2 pages what would go in all these planners, and then I write in there, and then I transfer the information over, whatever I want to transfer over, I transfer over, or it stays on its own, either way. So, so yeah, so I might just keep it for that and just say, it's good, we're good. So, all right, so then let's see here. I would like to have this floral that's right here. So let's see if I can do, I'm actually trying to do like that, and then like so. Uh, Oh, there we go. So I still have two good corners that I can use for something else. Yep, I think that's perfect. That still gives me plenty of room to operate, even after I put flowers down. So plenty of room to write. And of course, I have the bottom space there that I can write. And actually, that's what I might end up doing. I might actually end up, if the note space on last week did not get filled with decorations, I might have room to actually make a note about my good medical results. All right, bear with me for a sec. I'm going to flip this upside down like so I can get this corner down correctly. I don't even know if I cut it right. And I can tell I didn't. So let's cut this truly perpendicular. Let's see. Hopefully I managed to do that this time. Yeah, I did. All right. So put this down like so. So I want to play more with paper and things like that next year, and that journal is an opportunity to do that, while also using something, creating something useful. All right, so now that I've put my decorative papers, I'm going to go to my flowers. So I'm not going to cut this page off, but I love that they have a brown, different color backgrounds. So some of them, these are like a white background. These have this fun vintagey brown background to them. Oh, I am going to decoratively date this, so I'm not too worried about those dates sort of showing there. I'm going to grab this one. This is too big for that space. All right, so let me see. Maybe this one right here. Okay. But I saw this book and I thought, oh, what a fun idea. And they're like cocktails made with flowers. I'm like, oh, that's fun. Mocktails too, for those of us who do not imbibe alcohol anymore or at all. So yeah, so I thought it would be fun. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like that there, but I really don't want all that extra, so I'm gonna trim that off. And I think what I'll finish with is, because I'm not going to have room for all these flowers. I can tell you that right now. I might finish off with this one. Let's see. This one is a little bit long, but I think it fits nicely in this space. And now they seem to be tied to each other. So I'm going to trim that because I don't like it sticking out, and I might trim these too. So let me grab my knife. Let me grab a ruler. See if I have a small ruler. I have my huge ruler somewhere, but let's see if my kit, yeah, that's not it. That's not a ruler. That's something else. Come on, there should be, oh, there we go. A small ruler, much easier to maneuver on this screen, on this page. All right, so with any luck, and perhaps I won't cut through to the other side of the page like I did on the top there. Okay, that's good. And then grab this other end here. It's coming off, but it's only bringing part of the sticker off. The backing didn't get cut through. So I will make sure that I can cut through that. That's the problem, is you have to be just right, just the right amount of pressure. Otherwise, you end up cutting the page, and that's not what you want at all. There we go. All right, I cut too much, but that's okay. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. I like the brown and the green together like that. Here, I don't love that at all. I don't love that there's so much space in between. So let me look again at that page and see if we can do something different, because it's bumming me out, as they say. Bumming me out. I think what I'll do is, I don't like this one as much. I'm going to remove that. I love the fact that these are very easy to remove. And they're made on like pretty thick paper. So hopefully it'll also, where did this come from? I think it came from here. Hopefully it'll stay on the page when I put it back. Yeah, it's kind of sticking there. So, all right. So let me see if this one, which is huge, I do realize it's very, very huge. If I can, maybe I can bring this one up a little bit and have it overlap more with the green. And I looked, and I picked this one because the flowers, the tones of the flowers, there's some similar colors in the back, in the paper. So that's why I picked. Oh yeah, there we go. I like that much better. Okay, like so. Then let's grab that knife one more time. Sorry that this is crooked. And we're gonna cut all the extra stuff. Oops. Let's try not to cut the ruler if we can. All right, this time I cut through the whole thing. Probably cut through the page too, if you ask me. But I'm going to also cut here so that it's sort of next to it, but it's adjacent but not covering the green, because I kind of like the green. So let me see if I cut enough of this up here. Yep, I did. So I did cut off the paper and the backing. All right, grab this little piece here. Whoops, little piece that's trying to stay on the page. And let's see, what else? Now I think I can move this a little bit down, because now I have a little bit of a gap, but it's the right shape so that it kind of, meets with the green but doesn't cover up the green. Yeah, I like that. All right, I think that worked out very nicely. And here we have a little bit of a white gap, but that's okay. Let me put back this piece. This book is great, by the way. It's the $12 book, but I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. And of course, it has all the fun stuff that remains even after the stickers are gone. The most of the papers, all of the papers are pink on the other side. So there's no other paper that you can use. See pink, but it has some quotes. These could be cut though. I suppose if you use up the stickers, you could cut. If it's a nice quote, I'd see this one you could use. It's just it's all pink, so it's not, you don't have that many options of what you can use it with. But I might end up doing that at some point. All right, so let's move the book aside, and I think the only thing that's left now is to decoratively date. Um, you know what? I'm a little bit obsessed at this point. That white space is bugging the Jesus out of me. So I'm gonna lift this one and I'm gonna bring it down just a smidge. Like, no, it still doesn't cover. So the question is, do I care more that it's uncovered at the bottom or that it's uncovered at the top? And I think I care more that it's uncovered at the top. So, oh, not straight at all. So we're going to have a tiny little gap. That's okay. I will live with it. So let me find my book to decoratively date this. And I think I'm going to go with Mojo Jojo Plans Neutral Date It and add some. So this is a kind of a dark and moody journal spread rather than a, bright and lively like I usually do. But that's okay. Sometimes, we gotta do things differently. So we're going to use clearly not the set because the same exact week is used up. So I do like this, but I don't want to use up. Oh my god, I am such a weirdo. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, okay. So there. I kind of like the larger numbers. And I think I'm going to use them differently than not the huge ones. The huge ones are great, but they don't really work for this. Oh my god, and all my 2025 stickers that are going unused. That was a lesson learned. I will not be buying those again. I am going to go with these. I think I like that. So I think I love it. And it's funny that I'm going to use up the same set of numbers, but that's okay. So I think what I want to do is to do this and then put the day next to it. I think that's kind of fun, different for me anyway. 3. I'll just buy another copy of this book when it comes out, when she redoes it. Well, she might. I don't know if she will. Don't quote me on that, please. I don't know. I have no inside track or anything. 5. Oh, I like it though. I really like putting the number first. And then I'll find the days of the week that match. And we'll be done. And I could be whiting these out, and I probably should, but Now, of course, I just told you I'm going to be away. I'm going to be at CPC, or I think I told you that I'm going to be at CPC uh, during part of this week. So I will transfer. Oh, I did say it. I will transfer from my journal that I'm taking with me highlights to add to this one. I have a couple of days off when I come back, so perfect time to, add my diary entries to this one. All right, so now we have those, and now we have the dates. And do I have the dates that are not stacked? Yes, I do. So, and I don't mind the stacked ones, but I prefer the skinnier ones. And yes, I don't really need the days of the week. I know what days they are, but I just kind of like them. The great thing with this book is, of course, if you prefer a Sunday start, you could do just what I'm doing and just start with Sunday. And I would be so confused. I would be so confused. I would make such a mess. I like a Sunday start monthly, and most of us have been conditioned that way with how paper calendars work. But what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, I like a Monday start. I like a Monday start weekly, and I like a Sunday start monthly, and I do see the benefit though, and that you would then have the whole weekend together. But whatever. Anyway, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday. And I think this turned out really cute. This turned out cuter than I thought it was going to turn. It is dark. I will give you that, but I think it is just lovely and usable, and it will be fun to write in it half of this week, and then when I come back, write in the rest of the week. All right, friends. I could add the month. I will add the month. Almost there. Let's add the month because now I feel kind of looks sad with that sad little number there. If I can find them, that is. Oh, these are stacked. Are they unstacked? There's the short version unstacked. And then there's the shorter, the smaller. Well, I'll use the smaller one. I think that works. November. Because I think that will cover that November just so. And because we're sad about those 2025s, let's see if there's a 2025. Probably a little bit bigger. Nope, they're the same size. Yay. I want to take that 2025 and stick it over here like so. All right, now we're really done. So there we go, friends. There's my journal for the week of November 3rd using the vintage blossoms and blooms. Alexa decided to pipe up. So again, journal spread for the week of November 3rd using the vintage blossoms and blooms sticker color and activity book, available at Barnes and Noble last Sunday. I picked this up. So Sunday, October 26th. So in the bargain section. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.